When you buy seedlings from a greenhouse, whether in 6-packs or in a 4-inch pot, you typically find that they are root bound in those containers. And when you remove them from the containers to plant them, you sometimes have the bottom of the root ball fall off, which means the plant is traumatized. Or, if nothing else, you're going to find that the plant has to spend time extending its root system out into the ground, which slows down the whole process. So I've mentioned this on a previous video, the idea of planting in net pots so that you can just set the net pot in the soil and avoid the transplant shock. So it's nothing terribly profound. I've got these unbleached paper towels that you can buy in the grocery store. I'm cutting it into quarters. May not be complete coverage. These paper towels have no plastic mesh in them to hold them together, so they fall apart very nicely in pots and things like that. So all I'm going to do with this pot really is stuff this napkin in there somehow. Don't think it has to be perfect. Probably end up using 2 pieces to get good coverage. Okay, so that done, I'm merely going to scoop out a little bit of potting soil. And fill this pot to the top. Tamp it down a little bit. And I'm going to be planting some monster spinach in these particular pots. Now I'm going to plant 2 seeds in each one just to kind of cover myself, maybe 3 seeds here, just to make sure I kind of get good germination. It says 1/2 inch here, so I got this pencil, it's kind of a marker. 3 little seeds in there. Okay, and that's that. The second part of this process has to do with keeping things consistently moist while we're waiting for them to germinate, and I sometimes have problems with this, leading to losses of things. So here I have one of my microgreen trays set up with absorbent material on the bottom and a reservoir and a wick that's keeping this nice and moist. And what I'm going to do is just set these pots in this system here. I'm not going to water them from the top. I'm going to stress test this by just seeing if they gradually soak up the moisture. With the other pots that are in here, like these lettuce pots, I notice that the soil has been consistently moist for days and weeks inside this system, so hopefully the water will get to the paper towel inside the cup and then soak up into the whole seed area. So we'll see how this works.